You can't reach him fast enough. Hi everyone, I'm going to react to My Hero Academia Season 3, Season 6, Episode 7, Disaster Walker. Oh my goodness, last episode. Shigaraki went after Deku because he wants all for one. Oh no, one for all. He wants one for all. And it's like Gran Torino showed up, and then it's like he released all these no moves, and it's like, what the heck are these people gonna do, man? Because you had Aizawa there keeping his eyes on Shigaraki, basically taking away his quirks and stuff, and then you release all these no moves. How is he supposed to focus on? Frick the frack. I don't know how they're gonna do this, man. So the title of this episode being Disaster, it makes so much sense to me. I just the word disaster in there. I'm like, this is all disaster, man. And then Gigantomach is also up. Oh, freaking frack. So that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/Philemini. And now let's start this episode. And here we go. Yeah, I feel like they're gonna need more help. More sedatives than that, man. Unless that little vial of sedative that each one of them got is like a maximum load or something. I don't know. But like Gigantomachia, man. This oh, but there's a disaster all over the place, but like okay. The normals are awake. Apparently, Shigaraki can control his decay, so he's decided, okay, I'm gonna protect those normals. He couldn't protect all of them, but some of them are still there, and he activated them. As I was, the way last episode ended, with the normals just like showing up, I'm like, how are they there? Like, I didn't really get it, until I was editing that reaction, and then I saw when he unleashed the audio waves or such stuff that destroyed the communication for the heroes. It created this electrical current thing that went through the parts in which the normals were, and then at one point in the episode he pressed the remote or whatever that the doctor gave him, so that's how he activated the normals. When I was watching the episode itself at first, I didn't quite grasp it until I was editing it, and I'm like, oh, so that's how it happened. So he woke them up, probably because he wanted the heroes to be distracted, because he was currently in battle with Ryukyu and Endeavor, and Aizawa was there keeping his eyes on him. So other heroes were on the way, and he needed them distracted or something. So he woke up the normals so that they wouldn't have time to come help, Aizawa and the others. And Gran Torino told Deku and Bakugo to basically get out of the way, because he's like, okay, just think of the worst case scenario if Shigaraki gets one for all, excuse me. And the worst case scenario thing kept replaying in Deku's mind, right? And then you go into the battle itself. I'm like, yes, Shigaraki has these amazing physical abilities and stuff comparable to All Might, but then I'm like, you're in the air, right? How are you able to dodge Endeavor's attacks from the air with no other support around you? Like, that seems weird to me. I understood when Gran Torino came in and he used him as some kind of launching pad or something or other like that. he has something to use to change his direction, whatever in midair. When Torino was there and he was begging him not to sully his grandmother's memories and not to make All Might feel bad and all that, because he's related Nana Nana, what's her last name, Shimura. Yeah, he's related to her. So, but this guy, this kid, he doesn't care, about all of that, and he's just like he wants. Oh yeah, he was up in the air after he used Gran Torino, and then he was up in the air, and it's like he zoned in on Aizawa, and then he was like, once if Aizawa is in the picture, that's not good for me, so I need to take him out. He was going after him, and Aizawa was like getting ready to fight, because it's like, I cannot let you keep me from seeing my students reach their full potential or something or other like that. Either way, he was really cool. He was just getting ready and whatnot. But I'm like, I love you and everything. And I love that you are getting ready to face him and everything. But I'm like, this dude is freakishly strong. And you're not really 100%. And your eyes are strained. So it's like, I'm like, you're not going to be able to do anything against him. You're going to try your best, but you're not going to be able to. But then Deku showed up. And then he was telling them, all the heroes, Gran Torino and Aizawa, that the worst case scenario was for them to lose Aizawa, because if they lose Aizawa, everything is like will be effed up. Like, no, they need Aizawa. They need his quirk. Well, I'm scared of Shigaraki. I'm scared of him and his decay. Like, And then Bakugo also showed up, and then they were fighting him, try to do the thing, but clearly it wasn't affecting Shigaraki that much, And then and they also jumped in there, fighting. I'm like, oh no, man. I don't see this thing ending well. And then they go from them to the villains. And Gigantomachia was just like picking people up, and he was about to catch Dabi, but Dabi sort of could dodge them and everything. He was telling Makia that he wanted to take that dude over there with him, and I'm like, why exactly does he need him? And then I started thinking, he can make copies of people, right? Because no, that wasn't it. He was trying to get Jin so that he can make multiple copies of what's his name, the Redestro or whatever, so that the Redestro will live forever or something like that. So it's not that. So why does he need him? I don't know. Clearly, Dabi needs him for something. So I'm like, I don't know. So when he was telling Makia to wait, that he needed, that dude and all of that, I'm like, okay, so he's actually listening to Dabi and what he wants. I was thinking that Makia will only obey Shigaraki. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. So when Dabi told him, that he wanted to take this guy too and all of that, and then he took him and all that, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna guess that Makia will do anything that he would do anything that the League of Villains, like the members of the League of Villains, tell him to do, but he's gonna prioritize Shigaraki's comments over everything else. So I don't know. Now they're making their way towards Shigaraki. Mount Lady tries. She tries her best to try to slow Makia down, but Makia kept going, and then took hold of her, flung her away, and whatnot. And then you see what was his name? I forgot his hero name. The tree guy, has my lady on him. My lady is like the only way to stop Makia is to put him to sleep, and she was gonna use her pheromones or whatever on him, but she needed to be close to his face. But they didn't know that Makia was carrying Dabi and Compress and all those people there. She didn't know that. So when she was getting close to his face, they were going close to his face. Dabi just used his fire on them, and then Compress unleashed those little balls that had all these, was it like kind of big rock, just things that she launched at midnight that injured her. So now she's on the floor all injured. She couldn't possibly catch back up to Makia and the others, so she can't use her quirk on them. So now she's like, okay. And then she contacted Momo, because they were there. You see Jiro hearing, okay, there's this video coming up and all of that. So once Midnight contacted Momo, and then she just told her to make all these sedatives or whatnot. Then she said it was illegal. Why is it illegal? I don't know, but it's illegal, I guess. And she tells her to make a whole bunch of sedatives and give it to the heroes, and then they need to get out of the way. But then the heroes were supposedly supposed to be stopping Makia and the villains over there at the compound, but clearly things are not working out. So they're like, we're just like, okay, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? And she just, got into her leader role, told Jiro and what's his name? Tentacle. The eyes and the ears, just tell her what they're seeing. Tell her how tall Makia is. Tell her how fast they are and how long it'll take them to get to them. And then she was making a whole bunch. I love how she was just like creating these sedatives, like just coming out of her bodies like nothing, with such ease. She used to take so long to create stuff, but now it's just like coming out of her, like, I don't know. I just freaking loved it. And then she was like, I wasn't training to all this time to give my back to my enemies or something or other like that. Everybody else was just getting ready to be the heroes that they've been training to be, and all of that. And Maki is coming toward them, and they have these sedatives in hands, and I'm like, like, I love seeing them being all gung ho and being ready to face Makia and all of that. But I'm like, it's not just Makia, okay? It's Dabi, it's Compress, it's what's his name? The lizard person, and the girl, Toga. So it's like all these people along with Makia, and I feel like I should have more confidence in my people, and I do, but it's like I'm still worried. I feel like I'm gonna be worried throughout all this season, man. Throughout this whole season, I feel like I'm gonna be worried until I actually see like a concrete way of stopping either Makia or Shigaraki. I'm not gonna be not worried, So we'll see how all this is gonna play out. That moment, I forgot to talk about that, when What was I saying? Nezuko. Nezuko's not in this. When Deku and Shigaraki were coming face to face, and Shigaraki's like, I want all, one for all. And then Kim Jong was something on my little brother. And I'm like, huh? When he said little brother, I was like, huh? So this is not exactly what this is not like, it's not what Shigaraki actually wants, is what All for One want. It's not really you wanting to go after, but then he's like, I really want to be. He basically dispels sort of like his will, sort of like overpower the will of All for One, and his will is also to get one for all. And I guess because in that particular moment, I'm like. Calling Deku my little brother, and the power, whatever. Either way, my little brother coming out of his mouth, and I'm like, well, are you being controlled right now? But then he's like, nah, I'm not being controlled, go away, and stuff. Oh. But it's not gonna be. I'm just not realizing. Like, technically, I know in my mind that Shigaraki has All for One's powers and everything. It didn't occur to me until this particular moment. And, I know that he's trying to get one for all from Deku. But it didn't actually occur to me until this particular moment that he can take other people's quirks away. Like All for One did to Ragdoll, what's her name? So it's like he can take your quirk away. Is he gonna take somebody's quirk away? I don't think it's gonna be that easy to take Deku's away because of all the process that he did before he got the power from All Might. It's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be as easy as putting his hands on him and absorbing his power and taking it away. It's not gonna be as easy as that. But that's in Deku's case. What about anybody else that comes close to Shigaraki? But then he needs to have his quirk working, and Aizawa is now currently blocking all of that. There's gonna come a point where Aizawa is not gonna be able to continue to erase his quirks and everything, and he's gonna get his quirks back, even if it's for a second. I feel like that point is gonna come, where Aizawa is gonna be so tired, he's gonna blink for a second, and in that moment, something's gonna happen. What exactly? I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be decay. I don't know if it's gonna be Shigaraki taking someone's powers, someone's quirk. I don't know, but something's gonna happen. Aizawa is not going to be able to keep his eyes open for a really long time, We'll see. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and if you want to see my reaction to the next episode, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/mini, and you can also see the folder for this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. You are beautiful on the inside. You are innocence personified, and